Hi, and we are working on learning objective 2.3 today, preparing a trial balance and the financial statements. So the trial balance is not a formal financial statement. So it's not like the balance sheet, the income statement, or the statement of retained earnings. It lists the ending balances of all the accounts in the ledger. The idea is to make sure you're in balance, make sure your total debits equal your credits, and if you're doing double entry accounting, you should have equal debits and credits. And you list them in the same order they would appear in the chart of accounts. So they're in the order of your accounts, the assets, and then the liabilities, and then the owner's equity, and then revenues, and then expenses. So here, figure 2.2 is the trial balance for Ch2 computer consulting firm. It does have the title, but like I said, it's not a formal financial statement. A formal financial statement will never show the debits and the credits. This is just listing them out, giving you a way to make sure everything's in balance. So it doesn't list the actual account number, but these are listed in the order of liquidity is kind of the way a chart of accounts is set up. Well, also cash is always first, and then generally accounts receivable, and then your first liability account is usually accounts payable, and then your capital, your revenue, and your expense accounts. But this, you're just listing out the balances of all your accounts. So remember, in learning objective 2.2, we had all those T accounts, and we footed all those T accounts to find out the ending balances. So you're just grabbing those ending balances here and putting them in this worksheet to make sure your debits equal your credits. Notice there's no dollar signs because it's not a formal financial statement. So you just list them out and make sure, and if they don't equal, then you have a problem where you did not enter your debits and your credits correctly, or they were not in balance. Okay? When a trial balance is complete, the total of all the debits must equal the total of all the credits. Okay, steps in preparing financial statements from a trial balance. First, you always have to do the income statement. Once the trial balance is complete, the first report to make is the income statement, which is made up of only revenue and expense accounts. Then you have to do the statement of owner's equity. The second report to prepare is the statement of owner's equity, which shows how to calculate a new figure for capital. Now, the income statement has to be done first because the income statement will show you the net income or net loss, which goes on the statement of owner's equity. And then the balance sheet will be next because that actually takes the ending amount of owner's equity and it goes onto the balance sheet. So the balance sheet is the third report, which lists out each asset, liability, and the new figure for capital. Okay, so here is a nice depiction of how the trial balance goes and helps you complete each of the financial statements. So like we said, you do the income statement, you start with the revenue and the expenses and move them up here. You end up having your net income or net loss, which will go down to your statement of owner's equity. You also get your capital and withdrawals for the statement of owner's equity. And then that statement of owner's equity, the ending capital amount, will go to your balance sheet. And you also get your assets and liabilities and capital accounts to complete your balance sheet here. Okay, and that concludes learning objective 2.3.